What's going on, creative crew? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about how to take your audio to the next level and use a technique called de-essing in order to make your audio more appealing to your audience and get them to listen for longer. So let's hop right in. All right, so first things first, what is de-essing? Well, you have to understand that audio lives in a frequency spectrum. There is a complete frequency range that audio lives in, and some of them are a little bit trickier to tame than others. So you're going to typically deal with a problem called sibilance when you have letters that start with S, SH, or Z. So sh, or s, or zach. Those letters, those frequencies tend to pop out of the frequency spectrum and they cause issues in the mix. They cause your listener to get fatigued because they hear it over and over and over again and it pops out too much. Now, in order to tame this, we use something called a de-esser. And the de-esser is actually going to look for whenever these frequencies occur and actually attenuate them or cut them, make them quieter. So let's go ahead, look at the computer, and let's go ahead and see how this works and how to set up a de-esser. All right, so now we are at the computer. And as you can see, I have a stupidly high EQ curve right here, just so that I can really show you what that sibilance sounds like and how it's really irritating. So here we go. Go ahead and listen. The exact same time. You hear those S's, just the exact, it just sticks out above the rest of the mix. Listen again. The exact same time. But unless you're in a production where you have multiple cameras or multiple... So that is a perfect example. I'm going to take off this curve and you're going to hear what they sound like without the curve, just the regular S's. The exact same time. But unless you're in a production where you have multiple cameras or multiple mic. So as you can see, it is a lot more tame without this, but there's still a little bit of harshness. And it's really going to come down to your mic placement as to how good this sounds just without a de-esser. But let's go ahead and put on a de-esser so I can show you. So in Davinci Resolve, it's under de-esser. Just go ahead and drag it in. I'm going to drag it on the track itself. Boom, the de-esser comes in. I have two, let's get rid of one. Okay, so the de-esser comes in and it looks like this. And essentially what a de-esser is, it's an active EQ curve that's targeting wherever you put it in that EQ curve, and it's going to attenuate or cut those harsh S's so you don't get that sh, that s, or that z sound that's popping out of the frequency spectrum. So just a little bit on how this actually works. So go ahead and click that. You start at the beginning. Same time. But unless you're in a production where you have multiple cameras or multiple microphones, you never typically have to worry about it. Okay, so what this is going to effectively do is I'm going to find wherever I want to de-ess and I'm going to make it so that it drags it down by a certain amount on a certain frequency. You can listen to the S's only. It's going to flip that curve. Same time. But unless you're in a production where you have multiple cameras or multiple microphones, and this way you can actually figure out where that harsh S sound is coming from. And typically what I'll do is I will just figure out where that frequency is coming from, where that spike is, and then from there I will go through and attenuate it. And boom, just like that. That is how a de-esser works, and that's how you can get a great sound by cutting out some of that sibilance and letting your listeners relax and not go through so much ear fatigue. So thank you guys so much for joining in on this video. I hope that you got something out of it. If you did, go ahead and click on that like button. You know what to do. Click all the buttons, do all the things, subscribe if you want to learn how to up your creative game, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.